Hello, traders! Here we are once again for our second episode of the Tigers of the Game. Now, in this episode, we will be discussing one of Petrosian's best games. As we all know, Petrosian has this very solid playing style. Yes, a defensive style, even if he's playing white. So let's get into the game now. He played Levon. No, it's not Levon, but Lev Aronin. We have also at this point in time we have this very strong player Levon Aronin, also from Armenia. This was played in 1961. All right, let's start. Petrosian was white. Okay, Petrosian was white. He started with the move knight to f3. All right, knight to f3. Aronin played c5. So now if, let's say, white plays e4 here, we go into the Sicilian, yeah? So Aronin is provoking Petrosian to play e4, but that's not Petrosian style. Petrosian went for g3, knight into c6, bishop g2. We are going into the King's Indian attack. e5 castles. Black is controlling more space in the game. Knight f6, d3. White is giving up that space. Okay, bishop to g4. Okay, finally a pawn on the fourth rank with c4. Okay. e6, controlling the middle, protecting the pawn in d5. Queen to a4. Now threatening knight e5 with that pin on the king on e8. All right. So queen to d7, blocking the pin. Normal development with knight to c3. d4. Knight goes to b5. Okay. Petrosian wants to regroup. Okay, probably from c3 to b5. The next square would be a3. Bishop e7. h3. Takes on f3. Takes with the pawn. Castles. Alright, starting from here, it becomes very interesting. Okay, this game, I call this game as the immortal retreat. Okay, let's start with the first retreat. The first retreat. Queen d1. Okay, from queen a4, we go back to d1. Okay, we'll just call it regrouping. Okay, white is trying to regroup. The queen is not doing anything on a4, so go back to d1. Rook of e8. One move back, one pawn forward. f4. Bishop d8. The second retreat. Knight a3. Second retreat. The bishop goes to a5. Black is taking away the e1 square, so no rook e1. The third retreat. Knight c2. This is the third retreat. Knight into c2. Okay. Bishop c7. a3. One move back, one pawn forward. All right. Threatening. Okay. Threatening b4. With that knight on c2, we're threatening b4. Black also prevents the push with a5. Rook to b1. So again, wanting to play b4, right, to open up the position. This is more of like the reverse Benoni, right? The reverse Benoni, white playing the Benoni type of game. Yep. Bishop to d6, preventing that b4 push. Bishop d2. I want to play b4. Central push by black. Central push. e5. Takes on e5. Knight takes e5. Threatening d3. But white was like, okay, take that pawn. I will push f4. In the game, black played knight c6. What happens if knight takes d3? Okay. The problem with knight takes d3 is that that knight will be under attack with, let's say, rook to f3, and the knight has nowhere to go, right? Knight has nowhere to go. And if let's say the queen protects the knight with queen f5, we have another retreat, bishop f1, play by knight. Two pieces attacking the knight, the bishop and the rook. We only have one defender on f5, so the knight is dead on d3. With that, black played knight c6 after f4. Queen moves forward to f3. h5, alright, that was nice. h5 is stopping this g4, g5 plan from white. Okay, nice restriction by black. Centralizing the rook with rook fe1, rook takes e1, rook takes e1. Black wants to exchange, challenge on the open file with rook e8, rook takes e8, queen takes e8. Again, that's the fourth retreat, the fourth, 91. Okay, but then again, the knight on c2 is not doing anything, right? With you cannot jump to b4, you cannot jump to d4, so it's better to go back to e1, move back the queen, for example, and then you can go to knight f3. It's a better square on f3. Again, regrouping, reposition the knight. Queen to d8, queen to d1, the fifth retreat. Queen to b6, the sixth retreat. Bishop to c1, half a dozen retreat. Okay, well, the bishop is protecting that on b2. We have to protect each and every piece on the board because each piece is important. Every piece on the board is important, most especially the pawn, because again, the pawn can be a potential queen in the end. In the end, it doesn't even matter. Okay, knight to e7. The queen moves back once again to f3, from f3 to d1 to f3. Right, Petrosian is just a very interesting player. Push! It's time to push. Okay, g4. This is not a free pawn on b7, huh? Because if you play capture the b7 pawn, there is queen to d1, right? A double attack on your c1 and e1. Okay, so the queen keeps an eye on that d1 square. So don't take that pawn on b7. It is a poison pawn. Don't take that pawn. So pushing g4, takes. Black played g6. The seventh retreat. The bishop on f1. Alright. Queen to b6 back. Push. One move back. 1 pawn push. Nice. Nice combination of retreating and moving forward. Okay, f5 takes an f5, takes an f5. King goes to f8, moving out of that dangerous g file. Yes, king should always be behind a pawn, so safety of the king with king f8. Bishop back to g2. From g2 to f1, back to g2. Knight c6, alright, blocking the attack on b7. Oops. So queen h3, threatening queen h8. Knight g8. Now it's time to move forward, right? Enough of the regrouping. It's time to attack! Petrosian is combining, right, defense and attack at the same time. Wow. Attack and counter attack. Nice combination, right? The art of defending and also the art of attacking. Complete. f6. This is very scary now for black. Right after f6, with that pawn nail on f6, the king cannot go to e7, threatening bishop h6 or queen to d7. The knight's going to be dead. Threatening f7. Oh, multiple threats. Black cannot defend at all. Bishop takes e1, queen to g7, king to e8, queen takes g8, king d7, forward bishop h3, the use of the bishop. Now here, black resign. Now for example, if the king moves forward to d6, the other bishop goes to f4, right? It's time to move forward. The knight goes to e5 to defend, queen to f8. No other square for the king is only on c6, yes? After that one, queen to e8. The king goes back, for example. bishop takes e5 is checkmate. Again, Petrosian's combination of defense and attack here. He was playing white in the beginning. He was just regrouping, and once he sees the opportunity, it was all flawless moves from there. And that's why he's a world champ and one of the best tigers out there. All right, I hope again you like this presentation for our second video of 2022. Tigran the Tiger Petrosian with his immortal retreat. How many retreats? Was it a dozen? But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you retreat that much, as long as after that you continue to move forward and be successful, right? It doesn't give us like, if we move back, it's fine, yes. As long as we know what to do forward, yes. We can step back. In life, we can step back. But we always have that goal in mind, yes. We can be successful even if we step back, even if we move backwards. But the goal in mind is to be successful in the end. All right, that's all for now. The next video will be again with the next tiger, Vishy Anand. I will see you in our next presentation. This is Coach Oliver signing off. Bye.